Let's start again. Hi guys, what is up? My name is Sade, the storyteller, aka the baddest. How are you? Are you okay? Okay, you're great. You're great. And welcome to the podcast. Make sure you follow on Spotify, Apple Music, and wherever you get your podcast from. So yeah. So obviously I was meant to have like a week off, which I did, but like I was so down bad. I don't know why, but I still have these like stomach pains. I'm not sure what it is because I'm late on my period. No, I'm not pregnant. Ooh, I think it's just due to stress, and I guess my body's going through a lot right now. So yeah, like I've just been down bad. Hold on. Yeah, I've just been really down bad. But as I've been like basking in my bed, right, I was watching this show called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I've been wanting to watch it because I saw like a snippet on, it was either YouTube or TikTok, right? So cool, I've been watching it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to skip into it because I found it a little bit boring. But like, I'm newly watching season 4 now. I watch stuff quick, like I'll get over and done with it. But there's one lady that stood out to me. Her name is Mikaela, right? And obviously, at first, I didn't really like her because she just gave off like a very like coldish type of vibe, like very mean girl type of vibe, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not here to bash nobody, but I don't know why, but like it kind of grew on me a little bit. Not even a little bit, like she grew on me, her and I forgot the other girl's name, but if I can put pictures, I'll put pictures, right? But like, obviously some of the couples as well, some of the ladies are having like marital issues and stuff like that. With her, it seemed like just by how her partner loves her, I really actually like admire their relationship, right? But obviously there was like an episode of, she was talking about intimacy issues, right? I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so sorry for her because obviously she went through a lot in her childhood. And I was like, wow, like I never really deep stuff like that can actually have an issue in your marriage and stuff. I don't know. I'm not using my brain in it, but like just how she was struggling. I don't know why, but like I related to it because obviously growing up at a young age, I can't compare our situations, right? But I don't know. It just kind of not triggered me, but triggered me in a way that I wanted to talk about it and allow room for women to feel comfortable about these things. Because I don't know if it's spoken about, but I want to speak about it, right? But yeah, growing up, I've had it hard when it comes to like sexual things being happening to me. So it started at a young age. I got sexually assaulted, but I'm not gonna say who it was because it's just gonna be like, I don't need those problems in my life, right? Cool. At like probably 4 or 5, I got sexually assaulted, and I believe it made me into like a very like scared person. I want to use the word hypersexual as well, but I want to get into that a little bit later, right? I believe it made me into a very scared person because it's not like that was the first time I got like sexually assaulted. I guess as I got older, I started to get more sexually assaulted, right? And being in rooms where like you're being forced to do stuff, oh my gosh, the fear in me was ridiculous. And I just never understood, like I said, surely this is not how sex is meant to feel like, or surely this is not how, like, when you're getting introduced to doing sexual things, this is not how it's meant to feel like. So growing up, because when I was watching her thing, it just brought back a memory in my head when I was like 21 and 20, where I used to wear a lot of baggy clothes. Not to say I don't wear baggy clothes now, but as you can see, I'm wearing something that's quite tight now. But I used to wear a lot of baggy clothes because I wasn't confident in my body, but not in a way like, oh, I'm insecure. More so, I didn't want men to see how I was shaped. Because girl, I'm kind of built nice, like I'm kind of built nice, But let me not joke in it, but like it helps when you say things like this, right? But yeah, I used to wear a lot of baggy clothing. There were pressure points on my body that I didn't like to be touched. So like my arms, I don't like it. My waist, don't like it. Like, there's certain parts of my body, like people just can't touch me there. You actually cannot touch me there. It makes me so uncomfortable. But now I'm just learning to be more comfortable and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten comfortable with it now. I guess it's to do with just people that I've been intimate with, right? So I want to go back on that. I used to blame myself a lot for all the things that happened to me, and I never told anyone about it because they always felt like memories. So with me, when something traumatic, my nose is running. When something traumatic happens to me, I suppress it in my mind. And then so with that memory, that first incident of me being, assaulted at a very young age, I used to think it was a dream, but until I hit like 21, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not a dream anymore. This actually happened to me. And I built the courage to tell my mom. My mom was like, what do you want to do? I was like, what can I do, innit? What can I do? Because it's done now. All I can really do is just work on myself and just ensure that don't blame yourself for things that were not your fault. And that's one thing that I started to do whenever I got like sexually assaulted. I would blame myself. Like I actually got violated, so I started to feel very uncomfortable in the bedroom. And I would always say things like, I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it for them, because I just didn't feel very comfortable in my body. Like it just brings back memories. Like let's say for example, I couldn't get naked. I'll be like, close your eyes please. Now I'm like, woo. I think it's just I had to grow the confidence, and obviously I have to give accolades to my ex and someone else, because I don't know what it is, but I think it depends on the type of person that you choose to lay down with. And I feel like not a lot of, because I'm not here to draw out men or whatever, but men can't read the room when it comes to sexual intimacy. And I think it's very important to read body language and to ensure the person that you're laying down with is comfortable at the end of the day. Like there's a lot of guys that just think with their downstairs and just be pulling people, and it feels very degrading. I'm only saying this because I've actually been in situations where it's actually very degrading for you to think that you can just tug me about, and no, that's not how it is, and you're not going to make me feel uncomfortable right now. Like, no ma'am. And you're not going to force me to do anything, so I feel like a lot of men need to learn how to so I keep on looking at this camera, I'm not looking here. A lot of men need to learn how to read the room and ensure that their partner is comfortable. Especially, I'm not saying that you have to like tell them your traumas and stuff like that, but I feel like especially if it's with a partner or boyfriend, I think it's okay to tell them, because even when I'm looking back at my old relationship, there'll be moments where I feel uncomfortable, and it's not because of them, it's just, I don't know why, I just feel very uncomfortable. Like, can we stop? Or I'll just be crying a lot, and I never used to understand why. I think it was just the intensity of it. I would cry, I'll be like, okay, I need to stop now. Like I don't want to continue. I need to stop. I don't want to continue. I need to stop. So sorry, my brain just went blank. I'm not emotional. My brain just went blank. Hold on, we gon' come back. My brain just went blank. Yeah, it's a very touchy topic. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a very touchy topic, but I want to speak about these things because I feel like as you get older, just seeing how social media is, like, it's a joke. Too many things are happening because not a lot of people are learning how to read the room, and when a woman says no, it's actually a no. It's not a, oh, what, you're being stingy, you're moving like that. No, it's a freaking no. If she says no, she says no. She doesn't want to have sex with you, she don't want to have sex with you. It's actually not by force. Like, what are you gonna call, and then that's when they start calling women names and stuff like that. I just think no. And as women that's gone through something similar like me, I don't want you to feel like you're at fault or you're the problem. You can still feel sexually liberated, but with the right person. Not every person gets the same experience every time you sleep with them. Not at all. I think you kind of have to be selective with who you give your body to. It's okay if you've made mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it, because we're all human at the end of the day. And I don't like the stigma of a woman's a whore if she wants to be sexually liberated and sleep with people. But when a man does it, it's, oh yeah, bro, he's that guy. No, we can't have a double standard here. I think we need to treat it the same. I'm the same as if a man comes to me and he tells me that his body count is like plus 10 plus. I mean, plus 10 plus, like 80. No, boo, I ain't gonna do that, because where's the self-respect there? I know we're not here to judge, but I don't like this double standard thing. Men make women feel a type of way when they want to be sexually liberated, but when a man does it, it's deemed acceptable in society. That's just not how it goes. I don't think it should be like that. It shouldn't be like that. I don't really like it. I don't know. I'm seeing it more on social media that women are getting berated. They're being in a situation where they're feeling very degraded. And I feel like women like that, you shouldn't put yourself in rooms where you're surrounded by men that talk trash about women and degrade them. It's disgusting. Like, say for example, I'll be watching some of these streamers, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, some of you women that put yourself in that room are mad. Like, you are mad, Because look at the way some of these guys talk to these women. They're just sitting there, no, girl, get up. Learn to love yourself and learn to have morals and values. Do not put yourself in a room where men are just looking at you like food. You know, men, having a man look at you like your food is disgusting. Like, it's like a hungry dog. Like, yuck, it's disgusting. Like, boo, you ain't gonna get none of this. Like, just no. I just think a lot of people lead with lust, and that's the downfall of it. A lot of people lack sexual discipline, and I did an episode on sexual discipline. And when you lack sexual discipline, it will get you in trouble. You need to learn how to control yourself. Even when you're around a woman that you may find very attractive, learn how to handle yourself. Like, act like you've been here before. Act like you know what beautiful women, like, you know how to be around a beautiful woman. Do you get what I mean? Like, stop moving like a dog. Like, oh yeah, like that girl. Like, you're not seeing her. You're seeing her assets. And that's what a lot of people do. They don't look at you. They look at, oh my gosh, you got tits, she got ass, she got all that. No. And obviously I've experienced that as well, you know, tats, piercings and all that. Sometimes I don't help it because, mate, it's my body. If I want to dress how I want to dress, you need to act like you have some self-control here. I don't want to now change what I'm wearing because you're being a weirdo. No, I want to wear what I want to wear. Maybe sometimes if I do too much, cool, but I want to wear what I want to wear and feel comfortable wearing these things without a man staring me down. Like, yeah, cool, it's okay to stare. Like, you're gonna get people that are gonna stare, but not in a way that you're making someone feel uncomfortable. I really don't like. And yeah, I'm gonna sound like a man hater because a lot of men do it and it's really scary and it's really uncomfortable. Like, you need to learn how to have discipline. I've seen too many things where, like, say for example, a girl went to a concert and the guy's just like playing with himself. That's ridiculous. There's no sense in that. There's no sense. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. I want to share some facts, some statistics with you, so bear it with me. I want to share some statistics with you because I think it's important to share. Okay, where is it? Oh my gosh, don't play. Okay, sorry, I got a lot of notes. Okay, so this one is for the childhood sexual abuse, right? It says 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 13 boys experience sexual abuse at some point in childhood. Around 93% of child sexual abuse victims know their abuser, meaning it's most often a family member or someone they trusted. And then it says the long-term impact. Survivors are significantly more likely to develop difficulties with trust, intimacy, and forming secure attachments in adulthood. Many survivors report feeling disconnected from their bodies or struggling with self-worth tied to their physical appearance. Hypersexuality and difficulty with emotional intimacy are both recognized trauma responses, not character flaws. So, yeah, and then, sorry, I want to say this bit. I think this bit is quite important. The majority of sexual abuse cases go unreported, particularly within families. And I'm not going to lie to you, that is true. With me, when it came to sexual abuse, not every sexual abuse case I reported. Because I felt like when I did report them, the police weren't doing nothing about it. Mate, I got violated. Because I got violated in my own home, innit? Do something about it. I'm telling you, this has happened. I'm telling you, I'm scared right now. I don't want to see this person, and you're just moving along. I've encountered a lot of weird men like this. I felt violated what that guy did to me. Mate, I'm doing you a service and you thought to just violate me and just do what you did. And then I remember him saying, oh, don't say that I sexually assaulted you, because I didn't. He did. And that, I think that was the first time. No, that was like the second time in like grown teenage, mate. Yeah, teenage. I reported it. I don't care. I put it out. See, there's been so many cases that I've reported, and the police have dropped the cases because not enough evidence. I'm not trying to be funny. How much more evidence do you need? If I'm telling you this person, I'm giving you names, I'm giving you time, I'm giving you dates. God forbid I never lie about these things. I'm telling you, someone sexually assaulted me. You're talking about you're dropping it because not enough evidence. The day the police told me it was not enough evidence, I promise you, I cried to the floor and I just said, how can a man like this? This guy had a family. This guy that sexually assaulted me, someone else, right? He had a family, and he was telling me so many stories of who else he, did that, essayed prior to him doing that to me, right? I had no knowledge. I thought it was a bit weird, like, you got a wife and kids at home and you've done this to someone else before. That's madness. Yeah, so the fact that they dropped it, I just said, that's really not fair, because how am I meant to live life and feel comfortable within myself, or even be around a man's presence? I used to be very scared being around men. Like, it's crazy to say, yeah, I used to be scared being around men. Like, I used to feel very uncomfortable, like scared, like, oh, I don't want to be left with these guys because I don't know what they're gonna do to me. Like, you can't help to think like that, especially if you've been through a lot of assaults in your life. It's just like, I don't feel comfortable, I don't know what you're gonna do. Like, I think it still plays a part in intimacy as well for me. I'm just a very free-spirited person, but you only get that energy if I feel very comfortable around you. If you don't make me comfortable, then naturally you're not going to get that energy from me. And it's sad to say that I have to live my life with no sort of, apology, nothing from none of these men. It's actually quite calm. Like, that's the thing, I don't really think about my assaults. I don't think about it at all, because what's that going to do for me? I want to be able to move forward in life and live a life where I'm comfortable and knowing that you're in good hands, Sharon. Like, trust me, nothing bad's gonna happen to you. Like, you're actually in good hands. If you feel like this person's making you uncomfortable, it's okay to tell someone they're making you uncomfortable. Like, even when I went to a party, some guy was dragging me, I just said, I'm not actually having this. Like, you're making me uncomfortable. I removed them off every social media. I said, no, you're making me uncomfortable. Like, guys need to know how to handle their liquor. Guys need to know how to keep their hands to themselves. You need to learn how to keep your hands to yourself. A lot of women don't like to be touched. You don't know what they've been through, or you just don't know, they don't want to be touched by you. And a lot of men think they can just put their hands on you for what? I didn't give you permission. I didn't give you consent to put your hands on me. So don't touch me, And I think it should be taught at a very young age. I know there's a lot of parents I'm well done to the parents that did that job. I'm not saying a lot of parents are at fault, but sometimes you have to take accountability for how certain people were raised. Me personally, my mom taught me everything at a young age. If someone touches your private areas, tell them no, it's not okay to touch you in those areas. She taught me from a very young age. I feel like, especially with little boys, or boys in general that are growing into teenagers, grown into men, parents or dads need to teach them, if a woman says no, you need to control your desires. Okay, not everything has to get fucked. Okay, not everything has to get fucked and sucked. Not everything. Hold yourself at a higher regard. Hold yourself at a higher pedestal. You don't have to do those things, and you don't have to degrade women. I don't like when men degrade women. I'm not friends with men that degrade women. I'll be damned if I had a male friend that degrades women. I have a lot of male friends around me that respect women. I hope so. I hope you guys are respecting women. But yeah, I'm not surrounded around people like that. Not at all. Not at all. So I think it's important to, as women, don't beat yourself up if you are experiencing similar things. Like, I don't want to say Mikaela, but like, I felt sorry for her, because I can understand how much of a struggle it can be, and I do feel sorry for her partner, because he is trying to be there. So, and I can only relate, because I don't want to say I was in the same situation, but obviously being in a relationship, that person had to be patient with me, because there's a lot of things that I wasn't comfortable with, or maybe very uncomfortable when it comes to the bedroom, and I think I'm still like that now. For me now being out of my safety unit, my relationship or whatever, doing those things, it's quite a bit of a struggle, especially if you were doing someone that just didn't treat you with respect. I have this feeling of, I just don't feel comfortable enough to do it with someone else, because I want to see someone actually look at me for me, not what service I can provide. I just think that's just not a nice feeling or a nice way to go about things when getting to know someone. So for me, it's like, I'm okay with going without doing the deed. Like, I'm actually okay until someone shows me that they're gonna respect me as an individual, and then when we do the act, you're gonna make me feel good and safe and reassured, and okay, by the time I leave or wherever we're doing it, when I leave, I feel content, I feel safe. I don't want to leave and be like, I got mixed feelings about this, because I do believe soul ties are real, and you can be tethered to one person. So whatever bad energy they have, and then you do them, now you're carrying that bag with you. So it's like, you need to be very careful of who you lay down with. Actually break down the person, actually get to know them and see traits. I feel like you can know someone by the first date. I believe you can actually tell who someone is by the first date. If you're quite attentive, you'll be like, there's something off about this person. And I feel like if your gut's telling you something's off about the person, then get going. If you feel like, you know what, like this person's a good vibe, I feel like I can get along with them, then cool, then stick around and see how that be like. But if your gut tells you something, always listen to your gut. Like, don't waste your time. There's actually weirdos in this world. Don't make them question your intelligence, your common sense. If they're giving weirdo vibes. But ladies, because this is a message for the ladies, of course, I kind of went on a tangent here, but I'm just giving you advice as a woman that's been through things, and I'm okay to share my stories, because at the end of the day, it helps me not get closure, but grow as a woman and learn to love herself, and learn to, you can still be sexually liberated or feel liberated without no shame behind it, and still work on yourself. And, you know, I think that's okay. Don't let someone degrade you or make you feel like, oh yeah, she's a whore because she wants to, you know, sleep with Tom, Dick and Harry. How is she a whore but Julius over there can sleep with Keisha, Becky, Sandra? We can't, I don't like the double standard. Like, don't make any, if you're around women that are degrading you as well, maybe consider who the women that you're around. I just feel like, with me, I feel like the women I'm around, you may pass a judgment, but in a way that's placed concern and care, but not in a way like, oh girl, you a hoe. No, I'm not around women like that. I tell myself I'm not here to judge, because I've probably done something worse. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to make women feel, I'm all for women. At the end of the day, I'm all for women. I may not have a lot of friends, but I'm for the girls. Like, I'm for the girls. Like, if that's what you like to do in your spare time, that's what you like to do in your spare time. I'm not going to degrade you or make you feel like what you're doing is wrong and I'm up there. There's a lot of women that, oh my gosh, she's so disgusting and she's sleeping with this person, she's doing this with this person. Oh, what's it to you? Why are you judging? You think you're holier than thou? Oh, okay. You think you're holier than thou, but we don't know what your man is doing. He probably doing the bending. Like, he's probably doing the bending. I just don't like when girls get onto other girls when we should be like this. I don't even like when girls fight over man. So I don't like when girls grade girls or degrade. No, I don't like it. So we should stand together. And if you feel, like I said, if you feel like you're around women that don't uplift you and make you feel good inside, then you need to reconsider who you're actually friends with, and surround yourself with women that will empower you and make you feel like the things that you're doing is okay. If they're coming to you because they're concerned about what you're doing, then cool, hear them out. Obviously, there's ways to address certain situations, that's fine. But if you feel that they're like, no, you shouldn't do that, and they're trying to dictate your life, nope, done deal. Cut them off. But at the end of the day, your life, so live your life to the fullest, but take it easy, take care of yourself, especially if you've been through so much hurt and pain. Give yourself grace and actually give yourself room to grow and learn about yourself. Even if you have to be by yourself for a little bit, the art of being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. You may have friends around you, but being comfortable by yourself and learning to self-soothe when things get hard. Be comfortable with spending time with yourself. You learn a lot about yourself when you spend time with yourself. So I think that's important. Very, very important. But that's all I have to say today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Wait, that's not a heart.